Alright, in this video I'll be replacing the serpentine or accessory drive belt on my Nissan Pathfinder, and I got a complete kit this time, which is also going to include the idler pulley as well as the tensioner pulley. I didn't replace the idler or tensioner last time I did this, so they are at about 300,000 kilometers, unless of course the previous owner replaced them, but I don't think they did. Now it was cheaper to buy this as a complete set, and the reason I'm doing this is because my AC compressor is making some noise, so I want to do the belt and all the pulleys first and just make sure there's not an issue with some of these smaller items before I move on to start replacing some of the bigger things. Now I had to stop mid-project and get this wrench for the tensioner pulley, and it is very specific, about 14 inches long, and has that bump out extender, and it is flat. So you should have something that looks like that before you start this job. Before doing anything, I'm going to take the negative terminal off the battery because I'm going to be working around the fan. I don't want it to turn on for whatever reason. And then you do need to take off some of this air intake housings. So there's a engine cover, which is really tiny, and it's got two screws that are in the back. So I'm going to take that off, and then the engine cover just pops out of place. Those are the two screws there. And like I said, the engine cover is super small and just pops out of place. Try not to hit your rubber trim when you're popping it up. And then there are two additional screws that hold down the crossover pipe for the air intake system. And those are all 10mm screws. Then you got to go down to an 8mm in order to loosen the mechanical hose clamps. And there's one on the throttle body side, and there's one on the air filter side as well. So once those are up, you can just lift everything free and clear, and you do not have to remove that hose on the back side of this. You can just leave that and just push everything out of the way. Now, all you have to do to get the belt off is to take your socket, and there's a square cutout on the tensioner pulley. Push it down lefty-loosey, and then the belt comes off very easily. Obviously, you have to snake it out from around all the pulleys. I will put up a picture of how it all goes back together. So that's the old one, and it's at about 100,000 kilometers, so it's actually in pretty good shape. But like I said, I just wanted to replace everything before I have to replace the air conditioner condensing unit. And the rest of the bolts are all going to be 14mm, and really the idler pulley comes off without any problems whatsoever. It's a pretty long bolt, but 14mm, and you just the lefty-loosey get it off. The old pulley is obviously the exact same size as the new pulley, although obviously the new one is a Gates pulley and the old one is probably the original Nissan pulley. There is a spacer. Do not lose that spacer. It is critical to make sure the pulley is in the correct location so that the belt is running straight. The pulley comes with two washers, one for each side, and then, like I said, the spacer goes on. Then the bolts threaded in and tightened down. Initially, I just use a regular ratchet, and then I switched to the torque wrench, and the torque specification that I'm using is 26 foot-pounds. 26 foot-pounds for the idler pulley, and there it is in place. Give it a spin, looks fine, very easy to do. And now, as mentioned, you do need a special tool. Your socket's not going to fit in there. Your torque wrench also probably will not fit in there. And even just a normal wrench I found didn't work to get in here just because of the angles that everything is and the location of the fan. That's why I had to go and pick up this wrench. It's about 14 inches in length. Like I said, it is straight. It doesn't have that angle on it like a lot of wrenches do. And then it has that extension as well. So this thing worked perfectly. I highly recommend that you get a wrench that looks something like this before starting the job. It also has a ratcheting end on it, which I guess is helpful. It's not necessary. I do remove it off camera, but it is clearly just a lefty-loosey kind of situation. You can see there's the one hole for the bolt, and there is that additional hole for that little protrusion that is on the tensioner pulley. So all you really need to take off is the bolt, and on the old one you can see that it's very floppy in the inside, so the bolt runs through, whatever this is called, is kind of like a big washer, has lost its rigidity. The new one, it doesn't move around like that in any way. So slide the bolt through, and as mentioned, there's that protrusion that needs to line up with the hole in the engine. Very straightforward. The only challenge here is getting a wrench that'll fit down in there and will go in between the fan. If you only had sockets, you would probably have to take the fan off. So getting this wrench before you do anything obviously is key to your success. And once again, no real secrets. it is righty-tighty, and the tensioner is supposed to be torqued to 41 foot-pounds. However, no way to do that. So I'm just going to give it a few good pulls with the wrench and try my best to get it to the 40 foot-pounds area. So this is the belt routing that needs to happen. And because it's nighttime now that I had to go get new wrenches and stuff, I will reuse bits of the previous video that I made. So I put the numerical order of how I put the belt back on. I start the crankshaft pulley at the bottom, then I come up around the AC compressor pulley, then around the fan pulley, which is a smooth pulley, over the idler pulley, around the power steering pump and the alternator pulley, and obviously then the tensioner pulley. Now, rather than trying to slide it over the tensioner pulley, I actually put it onto the alternator pulley last. You could do whatever you want, obviously, but I would start at the crankshaft pulley, then air compressor, and then the fan, and then everything else you could do pretty much in whatever order. But once you're done, you really do want to make sure that everything is in the correct location and that the belt isn't off to a side before you start the vehicle. So that was years ago that I did that video, about 100,000 kilometers. Going back to the evening, this is what the new arrangement looks like. So you can see the new idler pulley in there and you can see the new tensioner. Obviously everything is routed correctly and in the same way as the other video. You should be able to tell there are ribs on certain pulleys and other pulleys are smooth. If you have a rib portion of the belt going over a smooth pulley, you are probably doing something wrong, and the opposite is also true. So the smooth side goes on the smooth side pulleys, and the rib side of the belt goes on the pulleys with the ribs on it. Putting everything back together, I'll put the air ducting hose on, use that 8mm to get the mechanical hose clamps secured on both the throttle body side and on the air filter side, and then we'll switch to the 10mm and we'll put the mounting bolts in place for that air intake crossover pipe. And then final step will be to take the engine cover, put it back on its mounts, and then bolt it back down in place. Last thing we're going to do is put on the negative battery terminal and start it up. Because it's late at night, pretty hard to see, but I got the light on and everything is working fine. You would definitely know very quickly if your belt was oriented improperly. Anyway, thanks for checking out my video. Don't forget to like and subscribe.